Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I just read The Pale King by David Annandale, and it was better than I expected, but not necessarily that good either. The premise is pretty simple. Mortarion has chosen the compliance of the Gallispar system as his first compliance. The planets in this system are ruled by evil dystopian overlords known as the Order, who treats the civilians as slaves and rule them with an iron fist. However, the book starts off first by showing us the grim result of Mortarion's mission and follows Horus and Sanguinius as they are sent to investigate Morty's handiwork. So was Mortarion justified in this action, and what will his brothers think about it? That's the story of this novel. Now, the best thing about this novel is the world building of the bad guys. The Order is a horribly dystopian organization that keeps the population starved, drugged up and chained in the dark. People who ask questions or who make a mistake during work get executed and then get to serve as food additive for the rest of the slaves. It's really no surprise why this triggers Mortarion so much, as he grew up under similar evil overlords on Barbarous. Morty himself also spent some time reflecting on this, and combined with the great world building, it made the start of the novel quite captivating. Furthermore, unlike his previous two Primarch novels, this novel actually explores a part of the Primarch's character. Here we really get to see how deep Mortarion's hatred for tyranny runs, which we haven't seen that much of before. And well, with it being the main motivator for him to join Horus, I'd argue it's quite an important character trait. So again, glad this novel explores this a bit more. Sadly, however, some flaws present in those other two books also remain here. For starters, there's zero logic in this book. Rubble acts as an airtight seal that can keep poisonous gas out for months. Grenades only shoot shrapnel in one way. Unless that's inconvenient for the plot, then physics do exist again. Mortarion can lift tanks, but only once he has shot them once. Oh no, wait, maybe the bullet hole is needed so he can get a better grip, I don't know. I know this is a fantasy sci-fi setting, but Annandale's writing has a tendency to become so illogical that it just bothers me while reading. Additionally, the author has once again found his favorite word for the book, and that is death. Mortarion goes running around referring to himself as Death. Random enemies see him and automatically nickname him Death. And even the book itself can only refer to him as Death. Doing a metaphor once or maybe twice can be nice, but doing the same one every single page is just fucking stupid. The final flaw that was also present in the other two was that it makes the Primarchs seem like total idiots. Vulcan's book had him watching as his entire Terran legion got slaughtered, Gilliman's book had him charging an orc army to show his superior intellect, and this book has Mortarion being completely oblivious to his own actions and not at all listening to Horus or Sanguinius. I got my hopes up once they were introduced that there might be some interesting clash of philosophies, but instead Morty just calls the other two Primarchs stupid, goes full on "no one understands me," and then the other Primarchs just leave. Oh, and yeah, as always, the tactics employed by either side make zero sense, but can cover those without spoilers. All of that being said, Annandale's talent for gore and horror did come in very useful in this book. We get to see the Dead Guard going to town with all sorts of war crimes, ranging from nukes to phosphex, and the scenes where we get to see the effect of their strategies on the enemy were horribly gruesome. So for all its flaws, I think this book did at least do a great job of showing the horrific warfare of the Dead Guard in action, together with making a little bit more sense of Mortarion's character. And then let's go to the tier list, shall we? I'm gonna place this one at the bottom of the 3-star category. Unlike the 2-star books, this book actually conveys some part of the Primarch's personality to the reader, and it does this quite well. Conversely, its lack of logic in both events and conversations, combined with the constant cringe-inducing repetition of the death metaphor, make it so that it definitely should be placed a decent chunk below the Lorgar novel. So if you like the Dead Guard and want to see them execute some war crimes, then this is the book for you. However, for anyone else, I'd recommend reading some of the other Primarch books instead, and you won't miss anything important lore-wise if you skip this either. Anyways, that's all I got for you today.
If you like this video, please consider subscribing and click ringing the bell to appease the Great Horned Rat. For more lore content, please check my main channel and leave any book recommendations in the comments down below. I gotta get back to reading the next book.